Hi guys, welcome to my video where we're going to be learning about solving for a variable or making a variable the subject of the expression. So what that actually means is you leave that particular variable one side of the expression and put the rest of the variables the other side of the equation. And this is how we're going to be doing it. So we're given an example below telling us that V is equal to L, W, H, and they want you to make X the subject of the expression or solve for H. That means this L, W, you have to undo L, W. We're going to divide by L, W. On this side, we're going to divide by L, W. And then you're going to find that L, W cancels with this L, W. And we're going to be having H is equal to V out of L, W. So we've made H the subject of this expression, really. That's what it means. We've solved for H. If we look at example 2, they're giving us D is equal to M over V, and they want us to make M the subject of this expression, right? So to undo a division, what do? You multiply. So times V this side times V this side, and we're left with M is equal to VD, yeah? So that's what they mean by solving for a variable, right? Please feel free to pause this video and try out these problems. Let's look at another example, right? So in this example, they want us to make M the subject of the expression. So they're telling us to solve for M. We're having K is equal to MV squared, and it's divided by 2. So to get rid of this 2, we need to multiply by 2 both sides of the equation, right? These 2 will cancel. However, I'll still have a V squared, which is M times V squared. So to undo the times or multiplication, we'll divide. So divide by V squared this side, divide by V squared this side, right? So here we're having M being equal to 2K over V squared. So we've made M the subject of the expression, or we've solved for M, right? So what if we have this expression and they're telling us to make B the subject of the expression, or to solve for B, pretty much the same. So you see how we have B right there, right? So we're having A is equal to B plus C divided by D. Let's first get rid of this divide by D. You see how I say divide by D? So meaning to get rid of this D, we need to multiply both sides. So I'll multiply this side by D, multiply this side by D. And then we will have D A is being equal to B plus C. But remember, we want B along this side. So plus C, to undo plus C, we'll subtract C both sides of the equation. That's how we're going to be doing it. And then lastly, one last example. And then please, again, feel free to pause the videos and try out these problems. So we're having A is equal to a half to B1 plus B2. If I want to get rid of this a half, right, I'll multiply both sides by 2. So times 2 here, times 2. So this 2 here will cancel with this 2 right there. And then we'll be having 2A is equal to 1H, which is the same as H, into B1 plus B2. Get rid of this H, I'll divide both sides by H. This H will go, and then I'll be having 2AH is equal to B1 plus B2. So I'll go back to the question and ask myself, what do they want to make the subject of the expression, or what are we solving for? We are solving for B1 to get rid of the plus B2 there. I will subtract minus B2 here, minus B2 this side of the equation, and this would cancel. And then here I'll be left with this side, I'll be left with only B1, which was my goal, over H minus B2. So I have made B1 the subject of the expression. So it's as easy as that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.